All right, welcome everyone to the dayNumber community. You're here on the About page, and really, if this is for mission-driven founders who really want to build something or already building something that could potentially impact billions of lives in a positive way, and also scale to a $1 billion valuation company. Not everybody's going to get there, but if you focus on something that could impact humanity at scale, this is it could be a very high potential that it could eventually get to that kind of valuation. And there are many communities out there, many incubators, accelerators, or VC firms that you can join. The key thing about here is we all here are showing up daily, build trust, and that's where the opportunity lies, right? So if you go into really, I'm going to show you first of all the foundation of this is um, using the tool that I've created. I'm going to load up here, dayNumber.io. Okay. You guys can see me here. Okay, so you could already see my log, but if you want to create a new account here on dayNumber, if you haven't yet, this will obviously look different on your mobile. What I've done is I actually saved it to home screen for now until saved it to home screen for now so that you can actually access it. Right now, it's not launched fully on iOS yet or Android. Essentially, the key thing here is again not disappearing. For myself, I've been documenting my journey for the last 265 days, and really, it's what's kept me going, regardless of whether stuff got done that day or didn't get done that day, or obviously life just happens as well, right? So you don't know what's going to happen, and even documenting on those days too are really what helps you to keep moving forward. Because again, there's been many days in the last 265 days where I didn't feel like documenting, didn't feel like doing anything, and life was just hitting me hard. Um, and I still documented that day, and that's really what's kept me going over the last 265 days. So to create an account, very simple. Start your day number, takes less than a minute. Um, like it says here, track your progress daily, turn consistency into visible signal, stay in the game long enough to win, right? Um, and like I said, my mission is to really help you to fulfill your mission with what you're building. So if you want to create an account, this is just a fake account that I'm going to create. Fake test uh, 54321 at gmail.com. Um, fake test 123. Okay. What happens if you use this? You stop disappearing. That's one of the key things that happen to founders is it's easy to right now start a business, especially with AI. But the hardest thing is to stay in the game long enough to win. Right? It's easy to just disappear and work on something else. Right? And I've done that many times. Right? But this helps you to stay visible so that you don't disappear. Right? Because the what you're going to see here in a second is that your day number that you're going to set when you started committing to your project that you're building is never going to disappear. It always keeps moving forward. So it helps you to build real momentum, and then people can finally see what you're doing. So continue here, and then it says when did you start the project you're currently working on. So this helps set your day number. Document daily is what builds momentum. So you click on this tab here, and then let's just say I started working on it beginning of this year, January 2nd. Okay. So when I click that, click OK. You see it filled out this tab. Hit continue, and then boom, now it shows how many days you've been building, working on your project, what you're building. So and it says here, see today's log. This is the main thing. You can log anything you want. Okay, it says the prompt here is what did you do today to move your project forward. So subconsciously you're always thinking like every single day, like what am I doing to move my project forward. That's what your day number represents, is how many days you've been building. And also subconsciously it gets you to think like, okay, what am I going to do to move my project forward today. Because that's something that that every day when I wake up, when I know my day number, I'm like, okay, subconsciously, I'm like, I got to do something to move this forward, right? And it says even small actions count, even no progress counts. Just don't disappear. You know, for me, when I've logged days where I didn't have anything happen, or it was a hard day, or it was just a quiet day and nothing much happened. Enough of those logs that you log in those days, like myself, pushes me to actually move something forward, right? So it keeps that momentum going. So if I log like, this is a demo account, I'm doing a video. You can even write something like not much happened today. Okay, that, and you can also share a link here. You could like whatever of code, a document, whatever you want to put here. You could just put even like daynumber.io/community because that's the community link. You hit log, and then boom, day number log. You showed up today. Okay, and now it's there, and you could even click on that link. Okay, so this is, yeah, you're actually logged. Shows it's just right now it says badge status, but if you go back to today's log, another cool thing is kind of like a gamification. Is if you show up 7 days, if you log 7 days in 9 days, you get a log called building momentum. You show up 30 days, and that's when the momentum starts to build. For me, when I actually started I logged 7 days in a row. That created that momentum for me, right? So that's why I would suggest get to that building momentum badge as soon as possible to help you build momentum. When you show up 30 days and 35 days, you get the legit badge. Okay, that's really what kept me going because when I first started this journey, as you saw in the other video, I started with my buddy Paul, and I thought we were only gonna go for like a 30-day sprint, but really, me documenting every single one of those days for 30 days actually carried that momentum until now. Actually, until now, 265 days later. For me, this is day number 265 of documenting the journey. And then 60 days you get the locked in badge, and then 90 days is too legit to quit. So the key is showing up. You build trust with yourself by doing this every single day, and then also you build trust with others. So you create opportunities. So this is where you can actually share your progress on as well. So if you click on this, you see the link is copied, and if I put this in browser, paste, this is like your public log, okay, where you can share this with anyone. So you could share it with on your social media file. You could put it in your school link here. Just see if somebody show up here. Somebody's joining. Okay, no, yeah, that's the call recording earlier. Um, yeah, you could put it on. Let's see on my profile here. If I go to my profile. If you're in school, you can actually have a link that you can attach. So if you go to edit profile, you can actually put it in as one of the links. Okay, social links. See a website, you can put your public log here as well. Okay, so that's something that you can do, and then when you click on it, then it goes to your progress log. Or you can put it in your LinkedIn profile as one of your links, or any other social media profile. You can actually put your progress log, your public log on your profile. Now, the key difference here is that it says share progress log when somebody looks at it, and then here it says share your progress log. And then here, one thing that you can do as well is you can actually delete it if you need to, but if you made a mistake or whatever. Um, but on the public log that you share, you can't delete it, right? So that's another thing. So now that I'm on my progress log, another thing that I'm going to share with you is that there is a public feed. So this is of every single person that's on dayNumber actually, the public feed. So this is a way of building in public. If you're already building in public, it's so noisy, it can get lost in the algorithm and everything like that. But the cool thing about this is, here it's just focused on builders, people showing up daily, and you can see that there's people have been logging consistently. Yesterday, we had about yeah, see, simple some stuff like this, like Ashish Ranta worked on designing my backend architecture. Simple, right? It could be something small. I missed logging yesterday. I fixed a payment, began backend. Look at me the other day. I didn't get much done today. Reached out to a new founder, connected with other founders, coming back to tomorrow, right? Sit down here, send outreach, and work mails almost. See, so simple little logs, but it does create that momentum here. So this is the cool thing here. And then at the top, this right here is the same share your progress log basically. And then here, if you click on this, it leads to actually going to the dayNumber community. Okay. Now there's a friends tab here where you can actually add friends that are using dayNumber to have a more focused feed. Because here, when you click on friends feed, it'll show automatically. It'll show me because I'm your first friend, everyone's first friend, kind of like MySpace. It's hard coded in here, but you'll be able to add up to nine other friends' email, right? So you just have to erase this, and then type in whoever's email, and then it'll show up on your friends feed here. So let's just say, for example, if I add let's say Ashish Ratna 025 at gmail.com. Ashish Ratna 025 at gmail.com. Add friend. Boom. Now I can see his log if I want to. I can go to his public log. If I click on that, it goes to his public log, right? Which is pretty cool. Or if I go to my friends feed, now it shows only my friends, Ashish Rana. It doesn't show everybody else, right? Obviously, you're just going to see me and the other person here. But this is good for investors too. If investors are actually want to track founders, specific founders, and not everyone, you could just add them to your friends log, and then boom, you have a focus feed on like the founders that you're tracking at this point. Now, so the key thing here is, like I said, is documenting something every single day. It could take less than a minute. You can be on the toilet, on your phone. You're on your phone anyways, and just document what you did that day. So it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. So I think the key thing is, really the key thing is showing up every single day, honestly every single day, and sharing that publicly, which is here, right? So that way, you can keep going, not disappear, and eventually this daily progress that you're doing turns into visible signal and proof of work that you're actually building. So in the future, instead of sharing your pitch deck first or only your pitch deck, you share your progress log with others, your dayNumber log, and that will also show like your proof of work that you've been doing, right? So so thank you guys for tuning in here. I'd love to have you on board in the community. Love to see you and support you as part of these logs. Another thing that I'm going to share with you is in this community, when you go inside and you join, um, is there's a 24/7 Vibe Live call, which I'm using right now, actually. So anybody from anywhere around the world that's on this community can join in, hop in anytime, and literally chat with one another, connect with one another. If you want to vibe code and like even on mute, and you just want to work on something while you're on mute, you could use this as a tool to do that as well. I really want the ability for anybody to connect anywhere in the world, anytime, in this community. So that's one of the biggest things. In the classroom here, yes, there's a current demo which I'm going to update. These are great lectures that I'm going to be that I'm going to add more to that I've seen. Um, and then also on the calendar, I might add some other things here, like monthly live demo days that we're going to be hosting in the future. And then after, another thing is you can see all the other members here. If you click on that, on the map, this is a really cool feature as well. You can see other builders from all over the world, and you can click on the numbers, you can go closer, and then boom, you see who's here, right? And where they're at. It doesn't show their exact location, but it's cool because you can actually chat with them and then after say like, oh, okay, let's link up. That's another feature that you could do as well. So and then these leaderboards, I haven't really defined them yet. I'm gonna be know uh, maybe doing that at some point, and that's pretty much it. And another thing is I'm going to be updating, and I want to be building this platform and this tool, with you guys, not alone. And so because I want to make this the most supportive system and network for early stage founders to help you give you everything that you need to really succeed and build and fulfill the mission that with what it is that you're building. So I look forward to seeing you guys on these calls, in this community, and seeing your progress, in dayNumber as well. And yeah, I look forward to connecting with you guys and seeing you guys soon.